Hello, hello, and welcome back as I continue barreling down this hill like a Chilean mudslide. In Perfidious Pete plays XCOM, The Long War 2. And no, a Chilean mudslide is not like a Kahlua drink with some cayenne pepper in it, although, you know, it could be a Chilean mudslide. I'm talking about an actual literal mudslide, because at this point, I really feel like I'm just waiting for the end. Sure, that tidal wave of liquid dirt hasn't slammed into the village and buried everyone in wet, sticky death just yet, but it definitely just finished raining, and I think I hear an ominous rumbling up in the hills. But before everyone drowns in that ocean of dirt, there may still be a thing or two we can learn from our experience here, something to carry forward. Advent strength in the Eastern United States is now a freaking 10. Okay, sure, and Advent strength in Western Europe has risen to a 4 because apparently Advent just has unlimited fucking troops. I'm stymied at this. How? I don't understand Long War. I really don't. How is this supposed to be doable? I don't get it. But I don't have to get it. Again, our only goal here is to maybe try and learn a thing or two from before we go. We got to think of this like the Grizzly Man here. We're the Grizzly Man in this scenario. Did the Grizzly Man give up when people told him he was crazy and that living in the forest with the bears was definitely going to get him mauled and devoured? Hell no, he didn't. Hell no. He kept at it, out there, every summer with the bears, studying long and hard and communing with those animals right up until the moment one mauled and devoured him. And right before the rest of the world casually shrugged and said, yep, see, we told you so. But I'm waiting for my we told you so moment. Some units gain the aggression ability, granting them bonus critical chances. Well, we always get critical anyway, so who the hell gives a shit? Advent invests in improving their weaponry. Advent scopes are completed. Ah, yes, because doubling their health total wasn't enough. No. Advent needs more. Let's give them better aim and a better critical chance as well. That's fair. Sure. Okay, fine. Public service announcements working on a jailbreak. We could go another 2 days, 10 hours here, and I think we're going to because at enemy activity of a light level, we just have a 2-man squad doing this, right? Oh, sorry, never mind. This is a 1-man. Well, that's almost certain to fail. Okay, without a Ghost Walker in there, this is like beyond a Hail Mary pass, so we're definitely going to wait on that one. As Advent strength in the region does... Oh, wait a minute. This mission doesn't have... It doesn't give us a lead or anything. It's just for personnel. Possibly the last chance we're going to get at personnel, because I think once Advent strength gets either 2-4 or above 4, the jailbreak missions stop spawning, which means we are not going to get a friggin... We still can't get a second scientist. We can't get a second scientist. God damn, Long War, you are too fucking random. It seriously is a problem with this game on Legend difficulty. They've got way too much randomness introduced in a game that, again, I know I'm harping on this point, but the entire purpose of the game is all about... The goal is to minimize randomness. That's how you win. Making pending retaliations much harder to detect. What are they going to do? Retaliate against the Eastern United States? Go ahead. At this point, I don't even really care. Alloy plating grants 3 ablative armor points. 1 alloy plating has been added to the inventory. So another thing that we learned, alloy plating is effectively pointless because we have to build one every time. What does it take to build one? It doesn't matter. Whatever it takes, we don't have any, but what does it take specifically? An Advent Trooper Corps, 10 supplies and 2 alloys. Yeah, we will never build another one of those ever. The overall investment to benefit ratio there is hugely negative, and I regret even having done that project, honestly. But again, hey, we learned something about the bears. We learned don't go... Oh, holy shit, we actually have an opportunity to save a scientist. We must do this at all costs. We have to be able to send a team on... Okay. We have 5 days, 9 hours. We're definitely going to boost this. We want a team that can just... This has got to be all of our best killers, then. So let's get... When it comes to killers, that should be... Trash pickup is not a squad? Can we go into squad management very quickly? I don't really do much with squad management, because honestly, I kind of find it irritating. It could be a hang-up from the Long War 1, and then I'm used to just taking whatever soldiers seem like they fit the bill here. I know they get bonuses if you train an officer and have them go on a mission with the officer over and over and over again. But I don't know. It just seems like another needless layer of hassle in a management game that technically shouldn't be a management game. For any love, yes, you're going. I want a technical. Randy Quaid, honestly, as slow as you are, I'm going to have you sit this one out in favor of, I think, Matthew Broderick. Who else needs to go? Jay-Z is wounded, so he's out. Do we have any Shinobis whatsoever? I'll take anybody. Really, all I'm looking for is somebody who can scout pods for me, and the answer to that question is no. We don't have a single unengaged Shinobi. Okay. Well, I mean, they're all hurt, so I suppose there's that. Sharpshooter, never again. We learned our lesson on that one the hard way. Mark Big Hit Wahlberg, absolutely, we will take you. Bill allegedly Cosby, I'm thinking maybe you as well. Let's go see what our infiltration time looks like here. We are going to boost this. We've got a lot of explosion. Chris Brown there for a little support. We got Mark Wahlberg ready to get up and close and personal. I would like to have an assault trooper in on this as well. Who doesn't have a laser weapon? Bill Cosby, you don't. Okay, so strip, make weapons available. And strip all weapon upgrades. Got that sorted. Bill Cosby, we're going to get you a laser Sten gun. So let's get that in there. Need an SMG. No, take a laser Sten gun. And Mark Big Hit Wahlberg, do you have a laser rifle? You do. So laser Sten gun, you do not. What, Courtney Love, what do you got? You actually have a laser Sten gun. Okay. So Sten gun, Mark Big Hit Wahlberg, got Matthew Broderick. I wouldn't mind bringing a gunner on this mission, and I would also like an assault. If I have to choose between one or the other, I'm going to... Wait, we have an assault trooper. It's Matthew Broderick, right? Yeah. Oh, Broderick's already got the scatter ray. Good. Well, here, Broderick, we're gonna change you very slightly then. Get rid of this. You know what? Keep the frag grenade. Actually, I reconsider that. I do make utility items available though, because I want you to have some AP rounds, so this shotgun actually has a chance to kill something. AP rounds. We got AP rounds on Mark Wahlberg. Frankly, I'm totally fine with that. We've got a little. We're going to have a little bit of time if we boost infiltration, and I think we have to. We're desperate for a scientist. We have to get this scientist, and we have to be able to kill a bunch of dudes in order to do that. But this also gives us an opportunity to maybe throw the Skulljack at an Advent officer, a plan which I don't hate. In order to help us do that, what I really want is a gunner. Why do you need a gunner, Pete? Well, I have a particular reason, and that is I want somebody so I can I'd like to find a pod that's like 2 troopers and maybe then the officer. And my goal is kill 2 of them and then like flashbang and suppress the officer so that we get a chance to have top hits run in there and give it the old 1-2 to the eye socket that's going to put it in the hospital, spawn the codex, and then just kill it as well. That's my goal. Are we going to be able to do that, all of that, while exfiltrating this scientist? I don't know, and the scientist is definitely still the priority, but I do want to at least give it a try. We're going to get rid of that. You know, Matthew McConaughey, I'm going to leave you with the frag grenade. But I'm going to give you our laser cannon. And let's do some weapon upgrades here for old Matty Mac 2. Weapon upgrade for you. What do we got? This elite stock, we probably aren't going to need that. Advanced auto loader, though. Yeah, it's real good. Let's give you that. Advanced expanded magazine. Also that, yes. What else do we want to give you? A hair trigger, bonus, a scope. Let's just give you a scope, actually. I think that's fine. We want Matty Mac to be able to hit what he's aiming at. What about Mark Big Hits Wahlberg, then? Well, let's see. Have you got any upgrades on this bad boy? You do not. We're definitely giving you the advanced hair trigger, because you're going to be on Overwatch relatively frequently. The advanced suppressor gives us a bigger bonus for our infiltration, even though we are going to boost, and I think we give you this laser sight just because nobody's using it. What else have we got here? You actually should already be upgraded, right, Matthew? Yeah. Matthew Broderick has a suppressor, an auto loader, and advanced laser sight. He is ready, good to go, ready to roll. Top hits. You need a little bit of loadout change here, because for you, rather than this med kit, we're going to take the Skulljack. It gives you a bonus to your hacking, or at least it used to. Does it still do that? It used to give you plus 25 to your hacking skill. Or was that only after we had skull mining or data mining? I don't remember. It used to, I think having a Skulljack equipped used to just give you a bonus to your hacking skill. It probably doesn't do that anymore because the Long War doesn't want you to have nice things. So that's probably not a thing anymore, but we can at least test the theory. Again, this is us in the woods with the grizzlies. We're learning something. They're eyeing us like they're real hungry and maybe haven't eaten in a while, and we should definitely have our predator instincts telling us that it's now time to get the fuck out of here, because I think that bear is going to devour us. But you know what? I'm too stupid to pull that off. I'm still be like, nah, he's probably all right. That bear's definitely not gonna. He probably won't devour me. I mean, probably. I'm gonna swap out one of our explosive grenades for a frost bomb here. So we are, yeah. So 2 frags, flashbang, frost bomb, and the other thing we got to remember too is Chris Top Hits Brown does have airdrop, so if we want more explosive grenades, we can always have Top Hits drop a few more in on top of the cause. 7 days, 11 hours. We're gonna boost this infiltration, which is gonna get us about another 2.5 days, so we'll be well under that total. A 6-man team going in against light enemy resistance. We should be okay. I already know I'm gonna miss having a shinobi on my side because I do love my shinobis. But you can't always get what you want. Sometimes they're all busy, or, you know, have their legs blown off and are in a hospital getting stitched back together big after, like, Johnny Rico after Big K. Sometimes you got a giant hole in your thigh and you got to wait for the medical bots to patch you back together. Nick Down and Out Nulty is now complete. He has area suppression. We don't have anybody else who needs training, so we're just going to, I don't think. Nick Nolte and Khloe Kardashian were like the last 2, right? You guys were the last 2? Last 2? Yeah, okay. We're out. It's good. Chloe's going to finish up her training, and we got nothing to do here but wait and probably go on an infiltration mission that's ultimately going to fail.
Priority message coming through, Commander.
Yeah, show me. I got 30 supplies. Huh. That means nobody is a faceless? I am very confused by that. Normally it would show unknown reason if we were losing supplies to faceless. So what the hell does that faceless infiltrate thing do? Show of force. What does this do? Brute strength, adding more enemies to every mission for a month. Oh, that's delightful. We still have a hidden event, and tactical upgrades, will to survive. Alien field units gain a bonus to armor when in cover. Well, fantastic. That's a delight. I guess we'll go grab these 30 supplies. We could make use of them, in theory, probably to build another facility, or maybe to build a radio relay. In the meantime, though, it's go or no go here. For rescuing these resistance contacts. This is just vanilla ice, right? Yeah. All right, cat burglar. Let's see what you got. I had a feeling like maybe the cat burglar ain't gonna make it. You never know. There's always a chance. As long as you've got a Van Winkle and a hope, there's a chance. One vanilla and a dream is all that it takes to get a #1 chart-topping single that every single person from an entire generation knows all the words to, even like 30 years after the fact. All right, Vanilla, I want you to listen up, because it's time to stop, collaborate, and listen. You're back with a brand new invention, bro. It's time to get to work. What do we need to research to upgrade our melee weapons? That's one of my key questions here. I really want to know what we can research to upgrade our melee stuff. I'm very curious about that. Very curious. It's probably a stun lancer corpse would be my guess, but at some point in order to get those kind of corpses, we're going to have to complete a supply raid. And despite the fact that we put everybody on intel, we have never gotten the supply raid to spawn. I think the longest we ever had was like 5 days, 6 hours, and by the time we got infiltrated on that one, advent strength in the region was at like a 9, so we had to abort it. Because it was still like swarming or something, even with our infiltration. It's just... It could be the way that we've expanded into regions. Maybe our initial playthrough style was better, where we contacted more regions sooner. But it didn't really feel like it, because then it just felt like we were missing missions in other regions with no opportunity to go complete them. And also, we have 2 regions working right now, and it doesn't seem to help in the whole advent strength department. We've had effectively no one working, except for like 3 guys gathering supplies in the eastern United States there, and the advent strength is still increasing. It's a fucking 10. Probably has something to do with the fact that the network headquarters is uncovered, but if we're pinning 10 in that region with the headquarters, shouldn't that mean there's less strength to go around to the other locations? What is up with the frame rate here, XCOM? XCOM on loading has been real framey since the 1.2 patch. I don't know what's going on. Once it loads, it's usually okay. I mean, once it gets the turkey worked through, things seem better. Oh, Vanilla Buddy, I don't really like your chances here. Okay, so we've got 12 turns, concealed start. Let's take a look. Yeah, we got to get inside this building. Yeah, okay, so we got to get inside this building. On the plus side, if we can get inside that building undetected, it is a very, very, very short run to evac, which is good because it's not like we can fight at all. Let's make sure there's no faceless, or not faceless, but no civilians over here we might accidentally step on. Oh, area looks clear. All right.
Moving on target location.
Get to work, Van Winkle. You got a lot of road here to cover, bro. And we are up against the zone wall, which could either be good or bad, depending on the relative disposition. Okay, so it's bad. I was going to say it could be good or bad, depending on the disposition of the enemies. Well, if they patrol away, we got a chance to have old Robert Van Winkle slip up the side here. He could go creeping on him. Like a Facebook stalker, he can come creeping up the edge.
Roger that.
He does not, I repeat, not have Ghostwalker. So it is possible, going to be possible for the enemies to pin him down if they catch him in a bum spot. And what are we going to rely on? We're going to rely on his foot speed to get us through this mess. We're going to rely on raw, overall, blazing sprint like a dwarf, you know, over flat terrain. He's extraordinarily fast. Those guys are just wandering around kicking out windows because apparently Advent is so confident of their victory now. They're just like, nah, fuck it. We can be douches. We've got humanity under our thumb. We don't even have to pretend anymore. We can just be straight up assholes all the time. I do not want to go in this building until I know what is in here. We're going to go take cover behind this tricycle. I definitely don't want to go in this building blind without Ghost Walk. If I could Ghost Walk, I might try it. But without Ghost Walk, it seems extraordinarily dangerous. So let's go to here because this move should be safe. And if a cataclysm comes, I mean, we're right by evac. This map has been very cordial to us thus far with regard to overall layout.
Hear that?
Yeah, so there's bad guys inside, though. That's a significant problem, but we can open this door and see what's in here without revealing ourselves. Okay. So they're going to be guys that are... Let's figure out where they are. That's what we got to do. What tiles have people in them? So that's all clear. Good. Okay. What else we got? We're going to look at every tile on this entire floor because if there are... Okay, so there's a guy right there. Also... Is there a guy there? Is that just a weird map glitch? No, there isn't a guy there. It's just a weird map glitch. So this whole level is clear? Okay, this area is all clear. Wait. No, that's also clear. We're getting some weird interactions because there's a roof above us, which is making it difficult to tell if these tiles actually contain enemies or not. And we can't go in here blind. We have to know. So all of this is one... And it looks good, despite the audio clue. I suppose they could be upstairs or on the roof. We're gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna check every tile. I know this is tedious, but if you're, you know, this is the kind of thing you got to do. If you want a chance for success, this is the way you're gonna be forced to be played. We just have one guy. It's one little lone Robert Van Winkle in here. We don't want to be Rip Van Winkle in that we have killed Vanilla Ice. I don't want that to be me. And there's nothing up here either, huh? So what the hell was that audio clue? I suppose they could be on the roof. So we go to here.
Orders confirmed. On the move.
I mean, we're still grinning. It can't be this easy, though, right?
Attempting to breach.
It can't be this easy for little Vanilla Ice. Everything's coming up vanilla. It's a small intel cat. You know what? We're going to try for this watch list. This would be huge if we could get it. Oh, Vanilla Ice! Oh, so close, buddy. So close. Just like your follow-up album to Ice Ice Baby. Yeah, we've been spotted, but there's like 8 trillion people here now, so, you know, we've got time. Also, leaving this room is objectively a bad move. Our goal is simply to try and get everyone into a position where on their next turn, they can make it to evac. That's our sole goal. And it looks like we should not have a great deal of difficulty in doing that. So we're going to move you here. We may just make a line of civilians. Robert Van Winkle will easily be able to make it. Vanilla Ice is speedy as shit. He's going to be okay. Vanilla Ice has got moves, man. Have you seen him? He's basically the white MC Hammer. You guys, you know, that actually may be a little short. You can run along the tops of these barrels. You know what? I'm going to make you run along the tops of these barrels just because I want to see it done. Look at this guy. He's fucking parkouring his way to safety. We need that guy on the project, bro. He's got mad skills. Okay, so, I mean, we're basically done. Henrik Bros. Just chill for a minute. I'm assuming some aliens are going to walk into our presence and that... Nope, they're not even going to spot us, so we're 100% safe. All right, then. Vanilla Ice slips in, slips out. Grammy award-winning performance right here. The enemy may never even see us. Okay, so one safe.
Status confirmed. We've secured a civilian contact.
Hagen, you got the soup? Hagen's got the soup. He's got the moves. He's got the juke. He's got. I'm telling you, he's the parkour master. Gordon Scott, are you wearing a helmet? Wait a minute. Why are you wearing a? This guy is wearing a helmet. Why are you wearing a helmet in prison? What? You're some kind. This guy is a snitch. He's wearing the Adabisi snitch hat, man. That's what Oz has taught me. You never trust a man in prison if he's wearing that hat, man. Snitches always have that hat. Homeboy's a snitch, yo. He's a faceless. Leave him behind. You can't trust him. Matthias is just, this guy's just bald as the day he was born. Bald is beautiful, baby. We know that guy's not a faceless. A faceless doesn't want to stand out. They'll be like, no, you know, bald draws attention. I can't afford to do that. This is sweet. Look at this, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These personnel are getting extracted like champions today. Extract like a champion today. It's what we put on the over the little top door of the Avenger on our way out of every mission. There's a little sign there that just says extract like a champion today. And Robert Van Winkle tapped the sign on his way out onto the field. He got it done. Little VI Vanilla Ice with the greatest steal of all time. Operation Star Tower. Smoother than a baby's bottom after it's been rubbed with oil and abraded with a dermabrasion wheel. That shit is dope smooth. Robert the Cat Burglar Van Winkle, fucking living up to that name. He burgled the shit out of those personnel. Speaking of which, how come none of them are on the Avenger here? What, do we just stick them in the cargo hold because they're not actual people yet? Be like, nah, you guys got to ride down in the cargo hold with the animals. I'm sorry, only Vanilla Ice rides up here where there are seats. This is my limousine. This is my private area. You feeble peasants, no, you go do your business elsewhere. Robert Van Winkle will be up here drinking Cristal. And burgling construction supplies from a nearby, you know, unoccupied building. The cat burglar, though, he burgled the shit out of him. Frodo Baggins has got nothing on Vanilla Ice. And he did it all without Ghostwalker. That's the beautiful thing. He did it all without even ghost walking. Or moonwalking. That was a fantastic performance, Robert Van Winkle. I'm not gonna lie. I've never been prouder. I've never been prouder of a one-man shinobi assault than that one. That was beautiful. Granted, mission layout did help us a little bit in that we got just the way that the map spawned, the tile sets came in very positive places for us with the actual civilians very close to extraction. But sometimes, you know, XCOM giveth and XCOM taketh away. Long War only taketh away, usually, but in this one case, they were feeling Scrooge McDuck generous, and on Christmas Eve, they're like, you know what, maybe I'll pay you a little bit so I don't have to consign you and your family to starvation and defeat. Just once, Tiny Tim is going to have a good meal before he dies of rickets. So we're definitely taking Ghostwalker. And that's it. We're good. Haven personnel. So we got 3 Haven personnel to employ. We also got Thomas, Gordon, and Hagen here. But which one of you was the parkour master? Was that you, Gordon Scott? One of you is definitely... See, this guy's got... That's the snitch hat right there. We can't trust that man. Nobody's letting you keep that hat on in prison, bro. The guards are gonna fucking confiscate the shit out of that. You know how much contraband you can conceal in that? Oh, great. Well, I guess Gordon Scott is not a faceless. Neither is Johan Hagen. Hagen! That was our boy. This is the parkour master. Let's take a look at the parkour master then and see what he's good at. Are you truly a parkour master? What can you do? Well, one of you has a 16-foot speed, one of you has a 17-foot speed, so I'm thinking Assault and Shinobi, respectively. And Gordon Scott is definitely not a fucking parkour master with a 13-foot speed, but he does have a 68 aim, which is respectable. I'm sure we can find him a job. What we should do is find one of these guys a job immediately. And we'll figure out, you know, somebody's playing the part, of course, of Matthew Tomias or whatever the shit his name was. We'll figure out who he actually is in a future episode, but for right now, Matthew Tomas here is gonna become... You were the 17-foot speed, Tomas? You soldiers. Which one of you had a 17-foot speed? Keep going. Wasn't Hagen. Okay, it was Tomas. So we're gonna make him then our Shinobi. The next guy, I want an assault trooper who has a 16-foot speed. I really, really do. So we're gonna train this rookie. Let's get you up. We're gonna make you into a Shinobi. You're sorted. And with that taken care of, I mean, I feel like we're going to wrap up the episode. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support does really mean a lot. And if you'd like to see more of the slickest, greasiest, fastest moves from the cat burglar, you might consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes of XCOM every single day. Vanilla Ice not only stole some rookies, he stole my heart. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.